we do that, let's talk about our good friend, Mr. Gary Lineker, once again, because Gary Lineker, believe it or not, is a bit of a hypocrite. Now, some of you obviously know that, but of course, not many of you will know precisely why he's a hypocrite today. This is the same man, of course, who went out to Qatar and brought us the Match of the Day Human Rights Special. On day one of the Qatar World Cup, he thought it'd be a good idea to highlight the terrible human rights record of a place where he had formerly taken money. He thought it would be good to highlight the fact that they've killed some migrant workers, despite the fact that they gave him £1.6 million to work for the Qatari state broadcaster. He didn't point that out in the Human Rights Special, which starred all sorts of human rights experts, including Alan Shearer and Alex Scott. And Ashley Williams, let's not forget him. They also decided in their wisdom, the BBC, with his involvement, not to actually run the opening ceremony of the Qatar World Cup because they thought that might be bad news for those lefties who hate people who conceal the truth. Oh, no, sorry. They like people who conceal the truth. That's right. Well, today's latest outburst from St. Gary is that he thinks the USA is an extraordinarily racist country. Now, interestingly enough, he's a great supporter of Harry and Meghan, isn't he? He's always saying that Harry and Meghan were right to leave this country because this is a very racist country. In fact, he himself has said that he suffered racism when he was younger because he had quite dark skin. He lived in Leicester, where an awful lot of people who have come from the Indian subcontinent live and who have got ties to the Indian subcontinent. So I'm not quite sure how he managed to make out that people thought that he was not, shall we say, white. I'm sorry to have to use that word, Gary, because he is actually white. Anyway, he says it was good that they left Britain to go to America, but now he says America's racist. So why would he think it was good for people to go to America if they were escaping racism, if it's an extraordinarily racist country? Now, the other interesting thing, of course, is that he's been called a racist himself by Hassan al-Tawadi, the head of Qatar's World Cup committee. He called Gary Lineker racist against the Arabs. And maybe he is. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe it's unconscious bias. Maybe he's got unconscious bias against America. But what will happen is in 4 years' time, the World Cup will be in, yeah, you guessed it, America. Will Gary go? Will he do another expose? You know, Gary's world tour of human rights? Match of the Day special, live from Alabama. Here's Gary Lineker and some members of the Ku Klux Klan. I don't know if he'll do that. What I do know is that Gary Lineker, whatever he does, will always make money out of it. So if he's asked to go and cover the World Cup in America, which he describes as an extraordinarily racist country, he'll go. Of course he'll go. And he'll pocket the money, won't he? Well done, Gary, proving once again to be the most hypocritical man in British television.